Hey guys, today I will be going over the best rune pages for Anivia at this moment and some situational runes to pick for certain matchups. This video will be short, so let's get straight into it. The most popular rune page and the one that's by far the best right now is the Electrocute page with precision in the secondary tree. Electrocute synergizes so good with Anivia because of how easy she can proc it in lane. Easiest way to proc it is by auto-attacking, E, and auto-attacking again. It's best to trade when your Electrocute is off cooldown, so make it a habit to look for when Electrocute is up and go in for a quick trade. It also catches a lot of people off guard when you somehow one-shot them with your full combo plus ignite. People underestimate the damage Anivia can put out, and Electrocute helps with that. Cheap Shot explains itself. You do more damage to champions with impaired movement or actions, which Anivia can provide easily with Q or ulti. Eyeball Collection gives more AP, and Relentless Hunter gives you movement speed out of combat, which is good for chasing down enemies and catch them with a wall or stun. Also, Anivia's base movement speed is very low, so it helps a lot. Presence of Mind helps you stay in teamfight longer. Once you get a takedown, you get 15% mana back, and that has been so clutch for me in many situations. Coup de Grace helps your E do more damage when they have less than 40% HP. This is the main rune page to use when playing Anivia, and it is the one that I use in almost every game. You can do some changes in the secondary tree, like taking cut down instead of coup de grace if they have tanky champions. Or you could take Legend Tenacity if they have a lot of CC, like Lissandra in the mid lane and Kiana jungle, or Ari mid and Evelyn jungle. But you don't want to change the Presence of Mind because it is the best rune on Anivia from the precision tree. You can also go sorcery on the secondary tree with Mana Flow and Scorch. It's a better early game setup. You can bully your laner with your E's, and the Scorch will proc for a small amount of damage, and Mana Flow is kinda like a tier that you stack up but by hitting enemy champions, and you stack it up to 250 mana. In my opinion, the precision tree is better than the sorcery for Anivia, because it scales better, but also because that 250 mana is not good enough to replace Presence of Mind. You want mana in fights, and that is what you get in Presence of Mind. In some cases, when you are facing Orianna, Victor or Diana, Phase Rush is better. You can pick Phase Rush into matchups where you want to avoid their all-ins after you go in for a trade. For example, when playing versus Diana, if you ult her and wall QE, she can easily jump on you after the stun duration and all in you after your combo, because her dash is in your range. So Phase Rush helps you get out of her range after your combo. Same goes for Orianna to avoid her ulti, but also for Victor's gravity field that Anivia has a hard time stepping out of if it's placed good. This goes for a lot of champions, but the idea is to avoid enemy all-ins after you go in for a trade. For secondary, you have a lot of options. You can go either one of these or make one that fits you the best. I know that some Anivia players can pick Arcane Combat, but I wouldn't use it as a keystone because Electrocute is just a better damaging page overall. Last but not least, you can pick Predator. This is something I rarely pick in the mid lane, but it can work. The idea is to push in your lane and roam around and try to get some picks in the jungle and gank bottom top. But they recently nerfed Predator, so this keystone is not as good as it was last season, but still works if you have a team that doesn't int, which make this rune page unreliable for Anivia mid, because you give up damage from not picking Electrocute, so your early game won't be as scary for the enemy laner. But I think Predator is the best rune for Anivia support, because of the setups you can do with your wall. If ADC or support burn flash, next fight you can just activate Predator and catch up to them to place a wall or hit a stun on them, getting some free kills. You can also roam to mid and top much faster and win their lane. But if you're playing in lower elo, your ADC might rage and die a lot being alone in lane, so this strategy is better to use in the higher elos like Diamond or above, but you can try it out and see if it works for you. Here you take Taste of Blood for survivability, Zombie Ward because you are a support and need to help out with the vision, and Relentless Hunter because you want to roam and need that extra movement speed. Biscuits and Time Warp is good for surviving in the early laning phase, because you are very squishy, but also because you get movement speed when consuming biscuits or potions. It is best to pick double magic resist runes, even if their only magic damage champion is mid laner, because you won't be building any MR in the game. You will be building Zonias, so that's where your armor comes from. It might sound like troll, but remember that your main focus is to roam around, so you might not lane versus their AD a lot, and therefore you don't necessarily need armor in lane. Of course, if they are full AD, you take 2 armor runes instead. There you have it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I read every comment and reply to most of them, so if I miss something, let me know. Thank you for watching, leave a like and subscribe if you want to support me, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.